Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a scalping trading tutorial using our bits, which is Breakout Intelligent Trading Signals. This looks for continual signals. We look for squeezes in a candle with more volume ready to pop out. This is a 3-minute time frame on RTY, and some extra that I've got on there is the manager. Okay, it's another indicator to how managed trades. This is set on day trading aggressive. I've also got the bias depth heat map down here. So what this looks at, it's on the scalping setting. What it does, it looks from the top is a smaller time frame. It looks 6 time frames up, if you like, and looks at the depth of that bias, whether it's bullish bias or a neutral or bearish. So we're going to use that for some confirmations, and we're going to talk about. So I'm going to play this through some potential trades, why not to take them, and when to take them. So let's just play this through a little bit, candle by candle. Okay, so there we get our first signal candle. So you can see this candle here. What the software does is look back over the last 20 candles, compares the average range of the candle, and this has to be equal or lower to that average, but it also has to have higher volume than the previous candle. And this goes back to the manager as well, where we look at this cyan candle as a down candle, but then we get another candle here which is red, so it's another down candle, but it has more volume than this previous candle. So what we're trying to do is look for those smaller range candles but with higher volume ready to pop out. Now we don't all, then we've got to look, we actually get a short, we get labeled 2008.7. Okay, so that's your stop limit order for the short. If it takes the stop out before the entry, we cancel the order. This open in yesterday's close is there for guidance, if you like, because sometimes you can see here it does act as support and resistance, and we can see the midpoint of yesterday's range, and we can also, if we go way up there, we can see yesterday's high. That's also part of that bits indicator suite, just to give you a little bit of comfort where those support and resistance zones may be. So let's play this forward a little bit more. We almost trigger there, but we don't. Then we break the stop. Okay, so we cancel that order. Now we get another signal candle to go short with a 2010 there, but look at the bias depth heat map. We are pretty much all neutral, so we ignore that. It's about following the rules. Okay, it never triggered anyway. It broke the stop, so we cancel the order. It does eventually come through that, but we've cancelled it purely because we never even put it on, purely because we have the neutral bias on the bias depth heat map. Now we get another short signal at this point here. This is where the entry is going to be, but we're half and half bearish, half neutral. We're not going to put that order on right now. Next candle, get the same sort of instance, so we don't trigger, but we're not going to put the order on because our bias depth heat map is not giving us that confidence that it's going to go down. Breaks the stop, cancels the order. Let's go through. Now we get a bullish signal. This is the bullish candle here that gives us the signal. That's the entry long. Look down at the bias heat map. We're 5 out of 6. This is good for when we're using the bits. This is the signal that we want. We want to go long through this entry point. These next lines are your target levels, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you want to use those, or you can use the manager to manage the trade. Let's talk this through. So we get an entry. We also then get another signal. Okay, so if we miss that one, we got another one here. Again, look at that bias depth heat map. 5 out of 6, all looking good here. That original trade comes back down. This is where our stop is for that original trade here. Okay, that's the original entry. That's the original stop down at this point at 2012.8. Okay, not taking the stop out yet. Okay, so now this secondary signal at this point here, we didn't trigger. We haven't taken the stop out for this original trade that we took. all good. Now we get another signal to go long. Takes that signal in again. Okay, we're moving forward. That original trade is still in, remember. We're actually waiting for this to come forward. Look at the manager ribbon, still green, still saying stay in. This pullback was average or lower than average volume with these dots down below. We now have another long signal. That original trade that we're in, we're back in profit again. We could add at this point. Bias depth heat map, 5 out of 6 again, all good. Hasn't broken the stop yet. If it doesn't break the stop, we could add to the original trade. And there we go. We go in at that point here. Also, look where we are on that first original trade. We're almost at target 2. We're past target 2 now on that first original trade at this point. Now the bias depth heat map is all 6 green. Another signal. So this is where we are. We're actually at almost at target 3 for that that first original trade. We got another signal here. We could have taken this trade. Got another signal here. We could have taken that trade. We're already at targets there for those. Really, really excellent. So let's switch that off. And that's where we are right now. Okay. This is where we are right now, real time. So again, the bits gives you continual opportunities for breakout trades. Looks for those squeezers, but increased volume. So the ranges are smaller, but we've got increased volume from the previous candle. So it looks like in this case here, for example, we've come down, we've got increased volume to the upside. The candle is smaller. I'm looking for it. And this one's still going, look, now live. From that original trade that we took down at this point here, we are now approaching target 4. Okay, really, really, really simple to use. Just got to follow the rules. Use that extra bias depth heat map, and I'll put the link in the description here, and then use the manager to manage the trades. If we're in this original one now, we could get to target 4, but the ribbon for the manager is saying stay in. So we could stay in this trade right now. That's set at aggressive as well, so aggressive type management. Hopefully that helps. I'll do some more videos on the bits, the breakout intelligent trading signals indicator in the near future.